What's up, everybody? I have no time to wait, so let's start this intro and get into it.
Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here. Yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here. We got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell. Oh yeah, 3 clicks like the shoes on Dorothy in here.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BusyBlu, and I am back with another BusyBlu and Associates morning meeting. As you come in here, make sure that you say, "Oh, let me bring this microphone over here so that you all can hear me." As you come in here, make sure that you say good morning so I know that you are in attendance. Make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe here at BusyBlu and Associates morning meetings. We talk about you work for me, and I talk about hot topics, celebrity gossip, and news that I think is interesting. And if you think something is interesting, you can always send it to me on IG and on Instagram. DM me BusyBlu, no space, no E, just like you see in the name. Also, let me give this disclaimer. Most of the followers who follow me in our part of the morning meeting knows that this is all for fun. And I run my show like I want to. I saw a comment yesterday, and some girl was like, "Oh my God, you need to connect with other YouTubers so you'll know how I do it better." I don't need to know how to do anything better. Okay. I run my show like I want to run my show. And then you go to other people's channels who run it like you want it to be ran. Right now, I'm going to run it like I run it. Okay, girl, I gotta go to work. Tell me what to do. Let me say good morning to everybody that's in here. Well, good morning, April. Good morning, Olympia. Good morning, Jay. Good morning, Mindful T. Good morning, Miss Kiki. Good morning, Shane. Good morning, Steph. Good morning, Kai. I do want to let y'all know there will be no snacks today. Okay. But I'll tell y'all more about that in a second. Good morning, Angie. Good morning, Intergalactic Defender. Good morning, C. Good morning, Holly. Yonya. Good morning, Ametha, or Amethea, Sandy, Lala. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So let's get into Talise. Good morning, good morning. So y'all, let's get into it. I didn't say your name right, Ashley. I'm sorry. Good morning, Ashley. I see that you're feeling better. I am, and I'm actually drinking tea too. It's not coffee, it's tea. So let's get into it. There will be no snacks. As y'all all have noticed, there are no snacks in the back today. We've had a couple of incidents, and we decided that the snacks are going to just go to the staff of the people who used to do the child unit. They're now doing therapy sessions today. There have been a couple of things that have been happening. You know, we always try to start with company business first. There's been a lot of things that have been happening. So this holiday season, I've been trying to be very grateful and giving to you all as staff members. You do such great work. Y'all supportive. You're liking, you're commenting, you're subscribing, you're sending this out to other people. You're doing clips. Y'all doing the Lord's work. So I said, you know what? Let me, a lot of has been happening with the children's, and I don't know what's going on with our kids recently, but I said, okay, well, let me start the daycare. Y'all know we had to suspend the pickup service. If you don't know why, go to the last video. Someone was traumatized by somebody else's child. One of our team members, Raya, was really traumatized. So we're not doing that anymore. But we still are trying to, we were still trying to do the daycare service. We want you to make sure that you could come into work, get your job done. But some people have little bitty children's. As you know, in the basement, we do have the sick unit. So for people who are like, oh my God, I can't come into work, I have a cold, though they're individual spaces that you can still just come into work. But then we also do have the child care unit. Okay. We have the child care unit. And in the child care unit, that's where some of the toddlers go. Y'all know we've been trying to watch children's from ages 0 all the way up to age 6. Okay. So we've been trying to do that, and we have different volunteers that come in. And y'all have signed a waiver. The parents know that through the waiver. These are not certified individuals. Okay, these are volunteers who are coming to watch the kids. Well, we have had an incident and we're still trying to find the child in question, so that we can figure out what we should do. So as you all can see here, we had an incident and we're still trying to find the child in question.
Grandmother.
There was an
I
escapee.
began to pass out. Then my head hit the wall. Boom. But I had a praying grandmother. I began to.
So this is footage of the child who escaped from the downstairs unit. We are still yet trying to figure out. I'm sorry, because I'm getting emotional about it. I just really am getting emotional about it. We are still trying to figure out where the child is. From what I understand, someone dropped their child off who doesn't even work here. And we're just trying to figure out who the child is. Oh, because I'm so sad. The children. I believe the children are future. Okay. As you can see, the escapee jumped up, hopped out, and ran away. And we're not sure where the child has gone. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting emotional about it. We're not sure where the child is gone. We're not sure who the parent is. And we're still trying to figure out whose child this is and where the child has escaped to. This is now a top 10 high security event. They say that she is still in the building. And we are trying to figure out where. So we have blocked off a couple of the floors. So there's a couple of the floors that y'all know y'all are sharing floors now, because we have a security team who is trying to research all of the offices to try to figure out where this young lady is. Now, I'm telling you, we're not sure whose child this is, but she has escaped. She clearly is a criminal. She's done this before. She's done this before. It's very clear she's done this before, but we just prayers up to the family members. We heard that the lady doesn't even work here. She just dropped her child off because she knew that we did it. And we took in the children. And as you can see from here, she hopped over our protective barrier and she plopped down and she successfully went through the door. From what I understand from the staff, it was feeding hours. That's why the door was open. They went to go get a specialty meal from her because they heard that she was gluten-free. From what you can see, she hopped over the child barrier and then she ran as fast as she could out of the room. If you do see a young child running down the street, down the hallway, in the bathroom, if you hear crying in the vents, please alert. Let me put somebody on the case. Please make sure that you contact Brittany immediately. She will be doing the child investigation, the kidnapping investigation, the child escapee investigation. Again, we have heard that she is still in the building. Okay, please contact Brittany M immediately if you hear any noise or anything about what's going on in the events. Another reason why we don't have snacks, and this is the last company business before we get into the hot topics, and this was very serious. As I told y'all before, these are volunteers who help us out at this company. We had an incident with a child playing with coins, and one of them has gotten one and lodged in their teeth. You know, because I want all of these children to be entrepreneurs, we use real cash, real cents in order to make sure that they understand how the economy works. And it seems like one of the children got a little too handsy and put one between their teeth. The father, who doesn't even work here, is now lodging a complaint against us. So we are now starting litigation, but we are trying to we're just trying to minimize all of the stuff that's happening in the child care unit. I just want to be transparent about what's happening in the child care unit. Okay. So we have an escapee. And then we also have one little girl who has lodged a quarter between her teeth. What we have heard from the doctors, hold on. What we did hear from the the dentist is that it was removed safely. And we will try to support the family as much as we can. The problem is the baby had a tooth when she came in here. I mean, a gap when she came in here. So who knows what she's putting through that thing. And only quarters got caught. So we are trying to fight back in this lawsuit, because your child had a gap when she came to the daycare, and you are not going to charge us for her wild and weirdness. She's putting stuff through that thing at home, and we won't be charged because this thing actually fit. Okay, that is enough company business for today. Remember, if you hear sounds of a child in a vent, you see walking through the hallways, please contact Brittany M. She is the individual who will be handling the child care case. If you know of more information about that little girl, and I can't say whose actual child it is, if you know more information about that little girl putting stuff between her teeth, please send us video or photo evidence so we can use that in litigation. Now let's get into some of the the latest topics. So it looks like here, and I'm going to share this, and this was done by the King of Shade. It looks like Andy Cohen was having an interview with someone and talking about which one of the Real Housewives should have had more of a chance and more of a time. Now, I'm only showing this because it's not actually top news. We're gonna get to what is top news, and I wanted to come to y'all yesterday, but it was a really busy day, and it's gonna be a busy day today after I get off this live. I wanted to share with y'all what was important to me, but y'all know that allegedly Bravo is going through a lot of mess right now. We got the Royal suing people calling people the N-word, people now bringing up alcohol or alcohol abuse and all of this stuff that's going on. It's just a lot going down to the Bravo network. So but I want to talk about what's important to me, the black peoples. Okay. I never watched Real House of New York. So the black woman who was on that, what's her name? And I can see her face clearly, and I can hear her voice, and I feel like she's a AKA. Either way, I do love the fact that he did highlight everything that was going on with Claudia Jordan. What What was interesting to me was a lot of the stuff that he said about how Claudia Jordan got on the show, because there was stuff that I didn't know. I thought she was doing some of this stuff because of her job, and it sounds like she was doing a lot of this stuff because of the TV show. So y'all, let's get into it. Let me
getting rid of, or that you think the network maybe should have stuck with?
I'm trying to think.
Claudia Jordan?
I think that Claudia Jordan got an unfair, I've said this before, because we brought her in. She kind of moved to Atlanta for the show, which never works.
Mm-hmm.
And then she, we brought her in as a friend, and then during production we bumped her up. So I just think we didn't give her the best chances for success.
Right.
It was not on her.
Yeah. I would have liked to see more from her.
Yeah.
And still would like to see Claudia back for like a girls trip or something. Because I
was bummed that Tinsley left.
Oh, I know. Yeah, Tinsley.
I was bummed that Tinsley left.
Is there anyone you regret getting rid of? Or
So I will say what I did love about Claudia Jordan is that she was giving the girls the business, and it was authentic, and it was easy, and it was fun. Y'all know one of the best reads, one of the best shades back and forth was that. I know y'all like how Ebony K. Williams, that's what I was thinking about in Housewives of New York. But y'all know one of the best reads, one of the best shade fest was with Claudia Jordan and Nene Leakes when they were at Roger Bob's girlfriend's performance. It was really, really good. But I always felt like Claudia Jordan just deserved a little bit more. I've always wanted to see her back. I felt like one season wasn't enough, but I felt like she was just a filler for Portia. And I don't know. I'm glad to hear him say that he thought that they didn't give Claudia Jordan much of a chance, and she didn't have a good chance. I didn't know that the girl moved there for the show. I thought she moved there because she was working on Dish Nation. You know what I'm saying? So for him to be like, oh, no, she moved here for the show, it is kind of weird to me, because I thought she moved to Atlanta because she was doing Dish Nation with Portia. I mean, with whoever does Dish Nation. So it was kind of weird to me that it sounds like he was saying, well, she moved here for Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was a friend, and then she became a Real Housewife. But she definitely read the girls down. Okay, definitely read the girls down. Steph said Bravo makes hasty decision when it comes to firing people. That's what it seems like. That is exactly what it seems like. And now that we're talking about Bravo, let's get into the main event, y'all, because I only have 2 topics today. As you all know, and let me stop presenting that, Keith Lee, fame on, wait, my internet's kind of getting wonky. Keith Lee, fame internet food critic online, has gone to Atlanta. And let me tell y'all, he has gotten the girls in a tizzy. He's gotten the girl. Y'all remember how our cashier is? Okay, down to our kitchen. He's gotten the girls like this. And shout out to her. They said that she has gotten her head shaking under control, and she is still our fastest cashier. Good morning, Really BTV. And shout out to Really BTV. If you haven't subscribed to her yet or watch her channels, make sure y'all do that. I love her. But he's got the girls in a tizzy. So let me just give background on him before we really get into it. Keith Lee does food reviews. So I'm gonna say that he wasn't he's still not my favorite. My favorite is Mr. Chime Time. I'm sorry, y'all. I like Mr. Chime Time. It's something that you didn't return my text. So what you say to me? Let me not do that on live. I'm gonna look it up. I like Mr. Chime Time. A lot of people don't like Mr. Chime Time. They feel like he's trying to be another Keith Lee. I like Mr. Chime Time because Mr. Chime Time just telling me about the food. Now, I used to go out to eat a lot, all the time, all the time. You know, I because I love being in social settings, but I'm marrying someone who's like, can we just do it in the house? But because and I also do love to cook. Let me not say that. I also do love to cook. And so we don't go out a lot. And my partner's favorite restaurant is Fridays. So you're not getting top not service there, you know. So we regularly don't eat out. So I like somebody who's just telling me about the food. Just tell me if it tastes good, is it spicy, what is it good, da da da. That's why I like Mr. Time more. Keith Lee tells you about the experience that you're going to get. And the experience, that includes the food you're going to eat. That includes the service that you may get, how you're going to be greeted, how you're going to eat there, how you're going to be sat, what the wait time is. Keith Lee tells you if you're a normal person living in Saskatchewan, Tennessee, this is how you're going to get serviced. And I feel like a lot of people, because I watched the video with Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade was like, we had to try this place because Keith Lee said we had to try it. Like the people are listening to him because you know what you're going to expect as just a normal person. Like you could tell me the food is good, but if I have to wait 70 hours, then I don't want it. But he lets you know up front, this food is amazing. Now you do have to wait an hour, but this chicken is worth it. And that lets you know what you should expect as just like a normal person. She said Tennessee. Yeah, because I said Saskatchewan. I don't think is there a Saskatchewan, Tennessee. So that's what I feel like people revere about him. He tells you what your entire experience is going to be like. And I think that's what is great about him. The way he does his reviews. He sends his family in so that no one knows that he's the one who's coming to eat here. He's the one who's coming to pick it up. He's the one who's trying the food. How long it's going to take to get the food. If you're going to sit down, how long it's going to take for you to sit down. He lets you know what is the customer experience from wait time, food service, customer service, and down to the meal. He lets you know all of those things. And I like that about him. Because I'm not eating out, that stuff doesn't apply to me. So it just doesn't, it's not important to me because I don't eat out. If I ate out a lot, then I would want to know, girl, if I'm going to stay here for 2 hours to get a good chicken sandwich, but they said the chicken sandwich was good. He lets you know that because I don't eat out, it's not that those things are not important to me. But a lot of people do want to dine out, patron a lot of these businesses, and he lets you know what is your experience going to be when you walk in the door. The people going to be mean to you. They're going to tell you, you can't get no seat here. You can't do this. You can't log in. There is no app. You cannot come here. You got to walk in. They're going to tell you all of these things. And then when you get the food, 9 out of 10, they're going to charge you extra for butter, charge you extra for syrup. They're going to charge you. He lets you know what your customer experience is going to be like. And he does it in a specific way. And I like that for him. I love that for him. I think it's great that he does it that way. Mr. Chime Time is still my favorite. Also, he be moaning when he eat his food sometimes, and it just does something to me, you know? So let me read this article really quickly from Complex. I'm just gonna read half of it, then we gotta get into it because I gotta get to work, y'all. So this is from Complex. And it says TikTok food critic reviewing Atlanta spots has natives debating about the city's restaurant rules. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this. When you come to DC, the way that he was experiencing food is not the way that it happens here. I would say some of my gripes that I have here. One, in the district in the DMV area, there are rarely any parking lots. Okay, so you do have to find a space for you to park, and you will have to pay for you to park. This city owns a lot of the streets, if not majority of the streets. So they charge for you to just park on the street. And then they give a lot of leeway to parking people who want to own parking lots. So you're not paying a business, like the business that you're going to, like a restaurant you're going to, which is what I hear you do a lot in the Atlanta area. Y'all know in Candy and the Gang show, like you have to pay to park in their parking lot. They don't have that here. You do have to pay to park, and sometimes you can't find a parking lot, a parking spot. So then you have to go to one of those timed parking lots, which is just that's frustrating. One, and then two, because it's like a foodie city, sometimes you have to make sure that you are on top of your game with your reservation. Like, I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna have to do this at least 2 or 3 days in advance to make a reservation. Now, can you eat out, take out at a lot of these restaurants, girl? Yeah, they'll say, come and pick it up. Come and pick it up, sis. Oh, we will send it to you. And it's not difficult. It's not hard. None of those issues. We don't have none of that stuff here. Well, it sounds like in Atlanta, they give y'all the runaround. So let's get back into this article. It says TikTok food critic Keith Lee has taken his reviews to Atlanta, and the natives are talking all about the city's vibrant restaurant scene. Earlier this week, Lee shared reviews of several popular restaurants in Atlanta and interesting service he received from each one. Now, I will say that he kept saying, this is an interesting experience. This is a really weird experience. I've never heard of these rules before. According to Lee, restaurants in Atlanta have unique rules that non-natives are privy to, such as how many meals can be ordered or fluctuating restaurant hours. There was one restaurant in particular named the Real Milk and Honey, which we will get to soon, where Lee didn't even get actual food due to the rules. He couldn't make a call-in order or even use DoorDash to get his food. And when his family tried to walk into the restaurant, they were told that the venue was closed for deep cleaning, even though people were still going inside and getting food. Now, we don't have those things here in the DMV area. Like, it's just not happening. The girls are open when they say they open, and they close when they say they close. And sometimes they not close when they say they close. They're like, yeah, girl, they'll be open an extra hour early. I mean, an extra hour later. And like, so what you want? You still want the, yes, we got you. And it sounds like in LA, I don't want to say it sounds like. What's funny is that today, House of Aaron, and shout out to the House of Aaron. If you're not subscribed to him, make sure you go subscribe to him. I went to Atlanta, I want to say 2 years back, and I was hanging out with the House of Aaron. I was staying over his place, and I was like, okay, I want to go. Let's go get some stuff. Let's go out. Let's go eat at some places. So we were looking up places to eat. Girl, all the stuff was closed. No, all the stuff was good. All the stuff was closed. Couldn't find nothing to eat. I'm at my fake job watching. Stay at your fake. Detroit, we are 20 minutes into the meeting. Go ahead, log off for me, sweetie. Go ahead, log off for us, sweetie. Just go ahead, log off for Denise. Can you see her out, please? You're just getting here. Go ahead, log off for me, sweetie. Go ahead, log off for us, sweetie. Don't even worry about coming in today. Go to your fake job because you can't come here today. You're 20 minutes late and you're getting doxed 2 weeks pay, 2 months. I'm done with it. If y'all think y'all come in late into this establishment, you're wrong. Okay? Denise, see her out. Thank you so much. Okay. So, y'all, let's get back to it. This was a lot of stuff that was going on. So, I don't have enough time to go through this whole article. Let's just get into some of the reviews that he does. Now, I told you, she said, don't walk me out. Don't walk me. Denise will see you out, Detroit Diva, and you could try again next week. And can we make sure that we get Dee's excuse immediately? Okay, so Keith Lee does it. I told y'all how Keith Lee does their experience in their reviews. And I'm gonna say this. What I do like about it is that he's unbiased. One, he's not a food like critic. He's telling y'all his opinions of food. Two, what do our secret shoppers still a thing? Can somebody tell me that? I need to know if you can still be a secret shopper. I remember when I was in college, like secret shoppers were still a thing, and you could sign up for it and like go into different places. Are secret shoppers still a thing? Because I feel like we need to start secret shoppers in Atlanta. Do they still do secret shoppers? And what are the secret shoppers working on? And are secret shoppers making their secret shopper experiences public? Because how has Atlanta been acting like this for this long and nobody's knowing about it? Are there not secret shoppers who are like just had this customer experience? And is our secret shoppers only for the business's sake? Who runs or operates secret shoppers? Is it the Better Business Bureau? Like, who does secret shoppers? And how can we get secret shoppers back up and running? And how can we make sure that secret shoppers have public information that the people wanted to know? These are questions that we need to ask. And if you want to be in a secret shopper case, put a shopping cart into the I don't know if it's a shopping cart emoji, but put one into the comment section. But I want to know if secret shoppers still exist, because Keith Lee is nothing but a secret shopper. He tells you what the experience is going to be like and the food is going to be like. He's just a secret shopper. I want to know, how can we get this? Keith Lee, call me and I'll see if we can put some money together and we could just start a whole business of secret meal shoppers. Let's do it. So we're gonna put Lala. She's gonna be the head of the secret shopper mission. We're gonna see what we can do with this. So y'all, let's get to Keith Lee's reviews. So I'm gonna show y'all some of the reviews and then some of the responses, which I thought were weird to me. Our story says secret shoppers are usually hired by owners to evaluate staff and producers. So you can't be. You're normally an internal service. It's like an internal services program that could be outsourced. What if we created, maybe I should shut up because then I could create this. Y'all take my idea. I don't really be doing no stuff that I say I'm going to do. What if we created an idea and maybe Keith Lee, you could do, somebody send this to him. Keith Lee, let's just do this. Let's create an external secret shoppers thing where, because that's what Keith Lee is. Keith Lee is nothing more than a secret shopper. He tells you what your customer experience is going to be like, service is going to be like, what your food is going to be like. That's all a secret shopper is. And then they rate you and give you back that stuff. And you don't have to be a professional to understand what it's like to be a customer. My stuff was late. I couldn't get my food. The people was rude to me. You don't need a college degree to do that. Now you do need some training. We can give you some training at the company, but you don't need a college degree to do a external secret shopper business that just only does food service. We are doing secret shoppers of small business, small restaurants. I like this idea. Babe, write that down. And if y'all want to be on a business, if I start this business, make sure I get some money. All right, so let's go to some of his reviews because he was having a time in Atlanta. Okay, let's watch his first one. This one was for the Real Milk and Honey. Now, I ain't never been to the Real Milk and Honey. Don't know nothing about the Real Milk and Honey. Never heard of the Real Milk and Honey. Okay, So we're gonna look at what his experience was, and let's talk about it.
Me and my family are in Atlanta, and currently we are at the Real Milk and Honey. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. As you can see, I don't have any bag in my hands. We are at the Real Milk and Honey on Main Street in College Park. Before we came, we attempted to call our order in. We were greeted with an automatic message that said they do not take call-in orders. The automatic message said the only way you can do pickup is through DoorDash. We went through DoorDash, they was closed. But online, it said they closed at 5 o'clock. We went on DoorDash at 4 o'clock, but we were already here, so we just went inside. I stayed in the car and my family went in and they told them they were closed early for deep cleaning. Yet the door's wide open and it's people still going in and grabbing their orders. Now we have no idea if those people ordered beforehand or what the case is.
Also, the people who relayed this message, my family said were really nice. It's just the rules. And so far being in Atlanta, I found some places do have unique rules, and this is one of them. I want to be very clear, we're not blaming one person or saying one person was rude. In plain terms, don't call this restaurant trying to get nobody fired. Ain't nobody do nothing. This is just the rules they had. If you don't like their rules not for you. And for me and my family, the rules just went for us. We just not their target audience. For the record, afterwards, I did walk in and they did recognize me and they attended the services, but I respectfully declined. I'm a normal person. I pay for my food like everybody else. I walk in spots like everybody else. We are all normal people. Respectfully, if you're not going to do it then, don't do it now. God bless you.
But yeah, we're just trying to get some food. But I am going to make this very clear. I do not support, condone, or agree tearing down these businesses. While we personally may not have the best customer service experience, it does not mean you will have the same experience. That also don't mean go on Twitter and tear these businesses down. At the end of the day, business owners are people. You never know what people are going through.
The only reason I'm even making this is to share my authentic and real experience like I always do. I don't mean no harm. I don't have no malicious intent, but I always say I'm going to be 100% honest, and that come with the good and the not so good.
You don't know what nobody going through. So what we can't do is just judge off of somebody else's experience. If you like to go to these places or any other place that I've been to, I encourage you to go try it for yourself and make your own opinion. But we still in Atlanta and we on Main Street and it's a bunch of spots here. So we're going to go to a different spot. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe.
Now, I don't think that was a bad review. I don't think that he said anything mean. He literally said what his customer experience was. And I'm saying this out loud because I saw a lot of people in some of the comments being like, why you tearing down black businesses? I can't believe you tearing down the black businesses. And my thing is, he is just telling his experience. He's saying, what was my customer experience? Then he also says, I don't believe in tearing these people down. You don't know what people are going through. These are the rules that they have. If you're okay with these type of rules, go to the restaurant. If you're not okay with these type of rules, don't go to the restaurant. I had my customer experience. And if you are trying to take out at the Real Milk and Honey, they will give you the runaround. I called, okay, and they said that they don't take call-ins, do it through the app. I went through the app, and it said that they were open, but the app said that they were closed, but we were outside. So then I went to the restaurant, and they said that they're closed, and we couldn't go. He's letting you know this was my customer experience. And he's letting you know, as a regular person, this will be your customer experience, perhaps. And when he went inside, they tried to give him famous treatment. Oh my God, yes, we know who you are. Do you want to get food? Girl, no, I don't want to eat here no more. Ew. I don't want to eat here no more. Y'all continue to deep clean and bleach down that stuff that y'all was bleaching down. Bleach down. Kimmy, don't even worry about being late. Go ahead, log out for us, sweetie. We'll catch you on the next one. What y'all today on a Tuesday? Go ahead, log out for us. Denise, you know what to do. Go ahead, log out for us, sweetie Kimmy. So he's letting you know what your customer experience will be. Okay. And when he feels as if he's about to get extra treatment, that's not what he's trying to do. He's not trying to have a extraordinary famous experience. He's trying to showcase this is what a regular customer experience would be, which I think is great. I think that that's amazing. I think that's awesome. That's what I love about his platform, how he does it. He tells you the people were sweet, the people were kind, the people were mean as hell. She told me to get this restaurant. Like, he lets you know all of that. Because if you're a regular person, that's what you gonna experience. So then This is what after this happened, and Keith Lee has. Well, let's go to his page real quick. He has on Instagram 14.4 million followers, 611 million likes. Girl, he's that girl. He's that girl. Okay, let's just say that he's that girl. And I told you earlier, I saw Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union go to a restaurant just because it was like, well, Keith Lee said that we should go to it. There's a Keith Lee effect, and I'm gonna show you that in a second. But let's go to what the response was from the actual owners of the restaurant, because this is the best way to do it. It's so stupid.
And who is this Keith Lee?
Daddy, you don't know Keith Lee?
Okay, hold on. Let me start it again.
No.
This was their response.
Did you see this Keith Lee video about the room with the money?
And who is this Keith Lee?
Daddy, you don't know Keith Lee? Yeah.
No.
And who is this Keith Lee? First of all, are we smoking inside? I thought they banned that. Are we smoking inside? Anyway, in y'all opinion, put it in the comments. Do y'all think that that was the best response to Keith Lee's video about this is what I experienced, this is what happened? If y'all still want to go here, y'all can go here. Please don't tear them down. Please try your best. But this is what I experienced. And those two girls who probably practiced for hours. Debbie, do you not know who Keith Lee is with their damn script? Do y'all think this was the best response? Yes or no? Put 1 or yes, or 2 or no. While that's going on, I'm gonna also reach out to caption this passive aggressive caption. It says here, first and foremost, thank you, Keith Lee, for your pop-up and honest assessment and your acknowledgement of understanding that negative vibrations never win. Yet this was a negative vibration. Stay doing what you're doing and being positive, brother. Second, ... Let's address the negative people that obviously need time to heal within them. Girl, I'm not reading this bullshit. I'm not reading this bullshit. At the end of the day, they look stupid, they sound stupid, they look dumb, they sound dumb. And who is this Keith Lee? The man who you've been sleeping with. Shout out to Kenya Moore. You look dumb. You look dumb, you sound dumb. And let me just read a couple of their rules before we get out of here. Hold on, y'all. These are their rules. 1, we guarantee great. So they tried to mix in humor with their rules. Also, ain't no restaurants that now the clubs, yes, no hats, no caps, no throwbacks. Is it no hats, caps, throwbacks? Whatever. There's rules. At a restaurant, they no rules. I remember me and my fiance just went to a Michelin star restaurant, and some of the people just looked like they was just dressed up to go to work. I mean, not to work, to just their regular Chick-fil-A job. And I was thinking, we a little overdressed. They coming in looking like this. Okay, so it really ain't no rules like that. These girls, what? It sounds like you got to sign a waiver to get into the restaurant. It says, we guarantee great food. Everything is left to chance. We try hardest, though. We really do. Okay, whatever. Number 2, we do not provide individual checks. However, we will allow up to 3 forms of payment. So what you're saying to me is that you don't have a system that can split. What happened to POS? If anybody has ever worked in the food service system, what happened to POS? They don't got those systems anymore. I worked at Denny's, okay, and I can say, okay, well, you just got 1 egg, and then I can get the rest of the people their bill. So you got the sunny side up egg, and then you got the moons over my hammy. You got the grand slam. Like I could. What happened to the POS system? The restaurants in Atlanta not using that. Anyway, 18% gratuity added to parties 5 or more. Checks larger than $75. No modifications to any menu items. If you have a food allergy, pick or choose an item without an allergen. They're like vegans. If you are vegan, go get out of here. If you're a vegan, get out of here. Oh, you don't like nuts? Get out of this restaurant. And they seem like the type of place that they're using the same knives, and you could probably pass out anyway. Y'all be careful if y'all have food allergies. They saying pick something else. Are we sure that they even cleaning up the knives and stuff right? Oh, that's what they doing during the deep cleaning. Got you. Number 5, be nice. First of all, don't tell me what to do. If I'm Corella DeVille, I'm coming in as I am. Number 6, no reservations unless you're Barack Obama. And I don't think he's eating that. I'm sure he's on Keith Lee's side. Number 7, no table hibernation, 90 minutes max. Now, we do have some places like that, and those places closed down. There were some places like that because they would say unlimited mimosas, but then they'll be like, you got to stay here for 90 minutes max. And it's like, girl, are you going to be unlimiting the mimosas as we do? Don't say unlimited mimosas when the server's coming back every 50 minutes saying, hey, do you need a refill? Yeah, girl, but my 90 minutes almost up. Next, if we prepare your selected item to our menu specifications, we will not remove it the item from your bill. Entrees are not samples. I didn't like it like this. I didn't want it like this. Can I have it another way? Can you just have them remove these things and then we'll be good? You can go to McDonald's and say, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't want this with tomatoes. Oh, my bad. And they take the tomatoes off. Why they acting like, oh, if you remove it, then we not gonna be able. Next, if we next number 9, no parties larger than 4 on days that end with Y, which is specifically every day. But also logically, that doesn't make sense. If number 3 says 18% gratuity is added to a parties of 5 or more, how can number 9 exist logically? Because then you wouldn't ever have tables larger than 4. So then how is it 18% gratuity added to 5 or more if number 9 says that there are no parties larger than 4? Logically, it doesn't make sense. Y'all sound stupid. You sound dumb. Y'all just creating random. We don't push tables together. Okay, so then if you don't do any of this, why why the hell is number 3 before number 9? Because that cancel out number. And I'm just speaking logically. And I don't know if it's my LSAT aspects talking, but logically, if you have number 9, number 3 would not exist. So how the hell could number 3 even come before number 9? Because number 9 cancels out number 3. That's all I'm saying. The limit does not exist. The limit does not exist. You cannot add a 18% gratuity to a party large 5 or more if you don't accept parties larger than 4. Why the hell we doing uh LSAT. What's those things that we had to take in college? I mean, to take to get into college. The why we taking these programs, the SATs, just to get through this menu. Next one, number 10. We have no waiting in area. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Then you can't. They're saying it's almost like we barely want you in here. And if you could do this math problem, you can eat. You got to play the Hunger Games in order to get into this restaurant. Or what was that other movie? Babe, what's that movie with the people killing people? Where you at? Huh? No. The game one. You got to play the Squid Games just to get into the into the restaurant. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. So let me get off of here with this one. Let's go to the next one. So he did go to one of my girls' restaurants. So I'm not gonna say too much because that's my girl. But let me tell y'all what his now I am gonna say let me let his experience. Let me let him show his experience first. Hold on, what's going on here? You ready? I'm gonna shut up and let him say his experience.
They've been trying to reach us since we got to Atlanta. He said he'd been temporarily. Yesterday, me and my family were at the One Music Festival. Somebody who works with Candy Birds walked up to us and said they've been trying to reach us since we got to Atlanta. He said he'd been constantly emailing me and constantly DMing me for me to come to Old Lady Gang. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. As you can see, I don't have any bags in my hands. Me and my family showed up and we attempted to order before we got here. We called the number they had connected on Yelp 3 times, no answer. We tried to order through DoorDash and it said it was temporarily closed. So when we pulled up, I sent my family in to order for us. They said on the weekends, due to being busy, they don't do any takeout at all.
They do to-go orders? No, we don't do to-go on the weekend. Oh, okay, so send and dining. Yes. Okay, thank you, sweetie. We appreciate you.
Which is completely understandable. So what we decided to do is my family's gonna go eat. They're gonna come bring the food out while I'm sitting in the car, so they have no idea I'm here. My family asked how long the wait was to be seated. They said an hour to an hour and a half.
Yes.
Okay.
She also said they didn't have any reservations available, so they didn't take down any number, any contact information, nothing. My family then came and relayed that message to me, and I decided to go in myself. We walked in and we were greeted by a nice young lady. And then I met some amazing people who were eating there, and we took some pictures. God is amazing. As soon as me and my wife were done taking pictures, the lady said the table was ready. As always, I don't want any special treatment. I want to be treated like everybody else. I pay for my food like everybody else. I'm a normal person. I'm a normal customer. Things like this is exactly why I do reviews the way I do. Just because I have a certain amount of followers on social media don't make me different from nobody. My mom, my mom-in-law, my sister, they all paying customers just like me. So I want them to be treated just like me. So I asked how long the wait time has been today. She said an hour to an hour and a half. So which I then asked, how are you able to sit me in 5 minutes? This is her response.
How long are we looking for as far as wait?
I'm just gonna sit up there. 5 minutes. On the wait, the sub call came. Now it's whoever first come first serve.
Again, my family just attempted to eat there less than 2 minutes ago. I then told her I changed my mind. We're gonna go eat somewhere else, and I said, God bless you, and I walked out.
On second thought, it's okay. We're gonna go eat somewhere else. So I appreciate it though. For sure. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you.
Y'all have a great day.
Have a good one.
Have a great day.
I'm gonna be very transparent and honest. I am frustrated. Me and my family just trying to eat food. That's all we try to do. At the same time, I am frustrated. I understand we are all humans. I do not agree. I do not support. I do not condone shaming this business based on my experience. Like every city we've been to since we've been on food tour, I go to an array of restaurants, from mom and pop shops to staples of the community to super popular to places nobody know about. And Atlanta has definitely been a unique experience for me and something I'll never forget. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, genuinely. But I'm a normal person and I want to be treated like everybody else. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe. And I'm not playing.
All right. This was his experience. This was his experience. Now, I'm going to say this. And y'all know me and So Debonair. Shout out to So Debonair. If y'all not subscribed to his channel, go subscribe to his channel. And I think I did a video on it. Maybe it's members only now. But we did some work for Candy and the Gang. And we actually interviewed like the whole entire staff. And I can't say the other part. But we did some work for Kenny and the Gang, and we went there. And when I say it was packed, it was packed, and people was waiting in line. But when we showed up, we sat right down. The people was like, busy, Deb, oh my God, and they brought us downstairs immediately. We had special seating, and we ate with. I think I need to put that live in. I'll put that live in my thing. We ate with the people. We ate with Chandrika. We ate with Philip. We ate with the Ross. Everybody kept coming out. They kept greeting us. The food was amazing. The service was good, but it was because our server was we had the best time. It was the best food. But the experience that he's talking about is what I hear everybody say that they had. It takes too long. You could barely get in. You're going to be waiting outside for forever. Now, the food is good. Those wings, top notch. Top notch. But I have heard what he's talking about. Now, he did 2 complaints. He said that they did not take call-in orders, and they said the hour was an hour. They said the wait was an hour and a half, but for him it's 5 minutes because there's nobody on the list. I don't understand how I can't get into that, and I'm not gonna. But look at the contrast between what the Real Milk and Honey did and what Candy Burrs did. Because Candy Burrs has responded, as we knew she would. All right, here we go.
Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Candy, and I'm about to speak on it. No, I'm joking. I'm not about to speak on it. I really just wanted to say I do appreciate Keith Lee for stopping by our restaurant and trying to show us love. It is very unfortunate that we couldn't serve him and his family. We would have loved to, okay? But he's right. We don't take to-go orders on the weekends, and the simple reason is because we do love and appreciate the people who come and support our restaurant. On the weekends, we get a lot of community support, people in our city that show up for us, as well as a lot of people from out of town. So with that being said, we don't want to overwhelm our kitchen by having to, have such long times for the people who are actually at the restaurant, plus having to do to-go orders, because obviously that would make the wait times even longer. So that's the reason for that. For those of you, I saw a couple of people was like, why wouldn't they take to-go orders? Well, that's why. Anyway, with that, outside of that, I want to say thanks to Keith for trying to even show up to our restaurant and show us love. Thanks for trying to bring your family by. And maybe next time we'll still get a chance to serve you. Okay. Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl.
So I will say, Tater Bay said that this was a so-so response. He was like, I get it, but no. I thought the response was very professional. Now, and it's something that you just have to do in order to get over the controversy. You acknowledge that you have a fault. You can't acknowledge every fault all the time. And then you are grateful for what happened. Now, put it in the comments. 1 or 2, yes or no. Do you think that this response was better than the real milk and honey? Put it in the comments. Do y'all think that this response was better than the real milk and honey? Yes or no? I'll wait while y'all put that in the comments. We're seeing very classy ones. So I'm saying Candy, she just has the Tony listen. No, hated it. I felt like it was better than acting like we don't know who he is. It was enough. She said it was all right. Yeah, I mean they did something, I guess. They did something, I guess. I think overall, the reviews that he did highlighted a major problem that the Atlanta food scene has. And then I think what is a aha or gotcha to the real milk and honey is the things that he's been able to do for the restaurants that were mom and pop. So, he visits the local restaurants, mom and pop, famous ones, the ones people are always going to. He does all of those ones. And he did a recap of his entire visit. And I want to show that because it made me feel good. Actually, let me showcase what Cardi B said about the Atlanta scene first. And then I'm going to showcase all the work that he's done because overall, I do want to say, and now as I was watching these videos, I kept talking to Tay. This man is very blessed. And his voice speaks volumes. And people come out, they listen to him, and they want to visit places that he has. And to have that amount of influence is magical, and it's God sent. And that's awesome. And I love seeing that for people. And I'm in awe of watching him just say, I had good service and I like this chicken and waffles. And the people are like, we got to move. And that's amazing. And I hope he never takes that gift for granted. Why am I tearing up? I'm not him. I hope he never takes that gift for granted. And I hope he keeps exploring the fact that people want to listen to him. And they love him for that. So the real milk and honey and their response was whack. Candy's response was good. But he's doing something amazing for people. And I love that for him. Before I get into everything that he was able to do, let's talk about Cardi B. Now, House of Aaron sent me this because when we were out, when I was out there, we were trying to order food and we couldn't. And he was like, he sent me this and he was like, you remember when we were trying to order stuff and nothing was open? And I was like, oh my God, you're right. And Cardi B, she talks about it because of what Keith Lee said. So this is from the Jasmine brand, and let's listen to her talk about it.
Right? I feel like Atlanta restaurants, they don't like to make money. I feel like they don't like people. They don't like their customers. They just don't fucking like it. First thing first, right? You could barely order in Atlanta restaurants. Like you go like, hey, I would like to make order. Oh yeah, we don't take orders. We don't take orders. It gets to the point that I literally have to name, like I have to tell like people that order food from me, like, can you just name drop my name? Because first, they don't do no pickup orders. They don't do deliveries. They just don't do shit. Second, Atlanta restaurants, right? They be closed on the most random shits. Like it's like you look at you go looking for a restaurant on Google and it's like, oh, this shit look good. Oh, they closed. What is that? What do you mean? Y'all niggas is closed Monday through Wednesday, or they'll just have the most random days closed. Like, oh, they close on Tuesday, or like it's just the most random shit. Like it's like y'all motherfuckers don't like making bread. Like I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. And then with some Atlanta restaurants, I be noticing too that it's like it's either they open it's either they open too late or they close too early. Like motherfuckers be closing like at 6 o'clock, or will take a fucking will fuck it's just insanity. And it's always the food wait is so busy. It's so busy. Like I feel bad for Atlanta residents. Y'all have to go through. Thank you, Jesus. I'm famous, but even me being famous is like a hassle. It's a hassle. Motherfuckers don't like making money out there. Like in New York, a restaurant is gonna open up early and gonna close up fucking late. They're gonna serve you all the motherfucking time. Like even with the bougie restaurants, like I even with the bougie restaurant, it's not as bad as fucking like the Atlanta service. It's like the Atlanta it's almost like it's like they treat you like they doing you a favor. Like they doing you a favor. Like y'all want motherfuckers to come back? Y'all want people to come back? It is extremely bougie. Like eating in Atlanta is extremely bougie. And I just thought it was me. But now that I see that other people feel that, or maybe sometimes some like
Yeah.
first thing first, right?
It was going in and out. I guess she was getting phone calls or whatever, but Cardi B even said, like, look, this is ghetto. It is ghetto here. So I'm really like upset about how it must be to be a regular person, because I'm a famous person and I have a hard time. Can you imagine what it's like to be a regular person to eat here? Trash. Full trash. Okay. So I'm gonna let the final video that I want to play go out. Y'all want to thank everybody for coming to this morning meeting. I have some stuff that I need to do and I need to get it done in at least 2 hours. I want to thank everybody who came to this morning meeting. I'm gonna show a video as I get out. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Keith Lee, subscribe to him, let him know. Because I'm gonna put another video up of him as we get out of here, talking about what he's been able to do while he was in Atlanta. And I say God bless him for the stuff that he's doing, and it's awesome and it's amazing. If you all want to know more about me and everything else I'm going, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter, BusyBlu, no space, no E. You can also find me on Twitch, BusyBlu, which is definitely streaming right now. You can also find me, you can also DM me on Instagram and on Twitter, BusyBlu, no space, no E. If you have anything that we should talk about, y'all watch this video. Everybody have a wonderful day. I'm about to go get busy, and you all stay busy. Till next time.
Saying this is a recap of everything that's happened this week, the good and the not so good. Let's talk about it. Let's just address the elephant in the room. These 2 videos were posted yesterday. Make sure if they get full, we'll sit down. Long story short, me and my family tried to go to old lady game, and that situation just wasn't for me. And I want to be very clear. Usually when celebrities come in, they want to be treated like that. I'm not a celebrity. I'm a normal person. So I get the employee was just trying to do her job. I'm just not the target audience for that kind of treatment. So we went to another place. We went to the Toast on Linux timeline. We went to Old Lady Gang. I shot the video. We left and went to Toast on Linux. Toast on Linux is where those 2 videos were taken. I had no intention of shooting the video. We just went to eat food. We walked up. It was a 2.5 hour wait time. But the people that were waiting were dressed to the nines, head to toe. On Sunday in Atlanta, people go to brunch, so they expect to wait. We didn't know that. While I was there, me and my wife took a picture with a lady who does food reviews. She has nothing to do with the situation other than the fact that we took a picture together while she was eating. They said it was a 2.5 hour wait time. We said, okay, we're gonna go somewhere else. While we walked out, the entire staff walked out behind us. They attempted to implore us to stay and said that we could sit down immediately. Again, I'm not the target audience for that. Usually I would just leave, but before we left, we saw 2 cars with 2 people in each car. So they were separate. It was 2 girls in one car over here. It was 2 girls in one car over here. One car had been waiting for an hour and a half. The other car had been waiting for an hour. One car was trying to do takeout. One car was trying to sit down. So again, the people that were waiting inside that were dressed to the nines, they didn't mind waiting. But the people that were sitting in these cars, I didn't like that. So the owner and the manager walked out and they offered us a table for us to be able to sit down. We told them as a family that we would do takeout, but we wouldn't eat in the restaurant. And the only way we would do takeout is if they gave the table that they was going to get us to the 2 girls that was sitting in this car, which they did. On top of that, they had to make sure the girls that was sitting in this car got takeout before we did, which again, they did. The staff and the owner were extremely accommodating. They were nice, they were accommodating, they were professional. And again, that's just my experience. When we got the food, we all enjoyed it. Personally, the food was good to me. But again, I wasn't recording anything. I was just eating. We paid for our food and I tipped the waitress $500. I wasn't going to say nothing about it because again, I was just eating food. But these videos came out and I just wanted to make sure we clear it up. The lady we met inside the restaurant had nothing to do with anything. She was just eating food. And I wasn't arguing with nobody. I don't argue. I even said in the video that they recorded, I'm just Keith. Social media aside, I'm a normal person. Cardi B went live last night and she said this about our situation.
Talking about this guy called Keith that he does restaurant review. And I'm like, who is that? Who is that? I know that being a restaurant owner is a lot of hard work. And so many people have invested money in their restaurants. People, you know, like this is their everything. But I always find this. Eating in Atlanta, it is such an event. You could barely order in Atlanta restaurants. Like you go like, hey, I would like to make an order. Oh yeah, we don't take orders. They don't do no pickup orders. They don't do deliveries.
God is amazing. Shout out to Cardi B. The Real Milk and Honey is one of the restaurants that me and my family went to. The Real Milk and Honey and Milk and Honey are 2 different restaurants. The Real Milk and Honey is a restaurant we went to. Milk and Honey is a restaurant we did not attend. I already was very clear and transparent, asking y'all not to leave hate anywhere. But specifically, don't leave hate to the Milk and Honey. They didn't do anything.
Update. I just received a notice from the owner of the Milk and Honey, the place that we did not go to. Them and their employees been receiving death threats. I'm absolutely 100% not with that. That's so corny and so lame, regardless of my opinion on any restaurant, even if it's the Real Milk and Honey. We don't do that over here at all. If you do that, you are not somebody that watch me and not somebody that support what me and my family are on. God bless you. And I mean, under any circumstances, that's not okay in my eyes.
But again, if y'all would listen to me, don't leave hate nowhere. If you would like to have your own personal experience on any of these restaurants, I encourage you to go. But now to the most important thing. These are all the amazing things we're able to do while we're in Atlanta.
I've been through so much to open this restaurant. Didn't even know I was going to be able to open it. And you know, tonight, who walked through my door? Keith Lee.
It is 8:40 at night, and this is the line.
Everything I've been wanting, manifesting for my life. Everything I've been wanting, manifesting.
Who would have thought Keith Lee would bring ATL out, bro? Like, God did this, Bird did this, Keith Lee did this, nigga, we did this.
Popular TikToker Keith Lee is sparking a lot of conversation about Atlanta's food scene.
Packed of Keith Lee. Look at these cars lined up, y'all. This area is always empty, but this is just one side. It is never packed, but this is the dining experience.
Oh, you got these people attention now? Talk that talk, George. You got these people attention now. Now they know it's not a game no more.
Shout out to every single person that we met while we were there. The hospitality from the locals in Atlanta, crazy. Something I'll never forget. This has been another stop on a Keith Lee and family food tour. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe.